So I created a lot of rice paddies, and I just in World Paint I kind of smoothed out the terrain quite a bit to create like these plateaus, which I would turn into rice fields. And later on I did all the editing in game with World Edit, and I followed all these lines that you see, which are made out of mycelium by hand. So it was quite a tedious task, and of course I could use World Edit for the rest after I set out the edges. So I used carrots to kind of look like really green young rice, and I use wheat, full-grown wheat, to be like ripened rice, I guess to call it. And then in the end there is but in between the wheat and like the second stage is still water, and then there's this last stage when it's like dew harvesting, where there's no water at all, but it's replaced for soil sand. So hopefully it kind of looks like there are 3 stages, like young rice, it's the old rice that is like getting ready to be harvested, and ripe rice, and it can be a cycle that keeps on turning and keep a continuously steady supply of rice. And I'm not sure why, but like when you Google for rice paddies on then you see they build these little huts in rice fields, and I'm not sure why they did it, but like it was too fast of a surface, so I just put them in as well. They're just like wooden huts. I'm not sure if what they are for, like storage or something, I don't know, because they don't seem like much. Maybe you're just sitting in the shade when it's really hot, I don't know. And I also brought back the hay mites to that we've done on the big flying whale, to also like connect the stuff together. Another feature that I put in is kind of a sort of pagoda build, because like it's so significant for like Oriental style, and I like the roof design. When we did the roundhouse, I said these small round houses have kind of a clover design, and the roof of pagodas, if you look at top down of them, they're kind of like clover shaped, except these have 8 leaves, and like the round part is less pronounced. But if we look at these side roofs, so to say, we have from the side view we have this round curve, and if we imagine that the other cobblestone points run to the center, then we have the shape of the clover leaf, which we also had on the small buildings on the big whale. So again, it's just kind of a crossing over pattern between various things. So one of the builds that I added is just kind of a house in the middle of poppy fields, and well, of course they did have quite a bit of poppy fields in the Far East for opium, and we don't have to be politically correct, so we can just drop them in. But the main reason why I put this in is because it is a vast sea of yellow and green where the rice is, or well, carrots are green, and they're supposed to look like rice, but and then you have just this patch of kind of red, and every now and then a white flower, and I think it really gives some much needed color to this area, and that's the main reason why I put this in. I'm probably going to scatter around a bit more because I think it's kind of cool. And I've also keep working on more house designs, and it kind of worked out how I'm making these now, which kind of elements which I keep recurring and just doing in a different setting. Like the house that we have here, it's kind of in the center. We have a square thing, and along that side we have a porch thing going on, and there's a sort of porch thing also. Then we have a second story house, living room, and first story, the entrance is down here. I'm thinking probably 2 families can live in one house. So this is kind of what I'm going with now. There's also a second design for houses, and that is this design. It's not made of thatch, the roof, but it is kind of in the same style, hopefully. Well, it's not. It's a different variation. I'm using again some elements that I did in that build, but it's also quite different. It's because someone in the YouTube comments suggested that I should do some houses on poles down in the lake below. So that is kind of also something that I'm going with. But like I'm not really certain how I'm going to mix like the sea creature theme and kind of the designs that I'm currently working with. Like I'm thinking this 3-story roof thing is more of an exceptional thing, and this will be more the rule, and that design will be more of an exception. In how I'm going to do this, like in the top town I will have builds in this style. This will be here in this kind of area. And probably over there I'm going to do more fields and some more other stuff. But yeah, in this style I kind of like what I'm doing here, and that will go, and that style will all be down below in the lake, and the big lake. And one of the things I'm kind of still not sure about, I just copied over one of the dolphins from the big whale build, and you can just see how big they are. Now of course I don't want to make a smaller whale. I don't want to be downscaling them again, because the function they have as beasts of burden, kind of as a transportation, and also for like hunting. I think I don't want to make them smaller, because otherwise the parts that I thought of how the hunting and stuff would work will not really keep on working. But on the other hand, I still don't know how I can make this work. Like I can stick some stuff in the air, but like how are people going to mount these? How are they going to ride these? Like they're kind of like blimps, and I'm thinking along the lines of how would one dock with a blimp, but like I don't want to really like, this is the style that I'm going for, and this is what I need to make work. Just like if I can make the dolphins work, I think I kind of have the style worked out. But yeah, I'm still struggling with this, because they are just kind of huge. And I can of course make a ramp or something, but a ramp wouldn't really be in this style, I think. So yeah, I'm still not really worked out how I'm going to do that. But yeah, other than that, I think this build is coming together quite nicely. I will talk a bit more about this building design, because this is quite modular. You can cut it up quite easily into pieces and do it yourself. And I will tutorialize one of these, and well, of course you can mix them up and do whatever with them. You can really, this is really diverse and easy to mix up. And so yeah, that's just kind of what I've been working with, and I've done a lot of work. Also, like, do people need tutorials on these rice paddies for the world edit brushes and stuff? Because I can do it, but I'm not sure if people already know how to do it, and otherwise yeah. Okay, if you have any suggestions, like for these secrets, how to mix them, that'd be awesome. Other than that, please hit the like button, because it helps me a lot, and if you don't like it, tell me why. So yeah, I want to thank you for watching, and have an awesome day.